EJ, you're saying I shouldn't be saying that Jesus died and rose again. Is that not what happened? Did Jesus not die and rise again? Okay. Can you turn that down? Right. There's an exposure that's just come up where yes, these things are not of God. But I'm just like, why are people... God, oh. Hold on.
And I came to Atlanta because I wanted to serve God. I was seeking after him. I wanted to learn more of the prophetic. I wanted to.
But this is what I say. Like you people say you're going to church to serve God, and this is why me when I said I couldn't date anybody in the church, right? This was a thing. I didn't want to date anybody in the church because I could see people now. Huh? If you want to serve God, yeah. If you want to serve God and you want to learn to prophesy, why are you now dibbling and dabbling with these men? Why are you not having your boundaries to say no, sir? You get me? Me, I came here to serve God, but then because people have mixed sexual immorality, do you get what I mean? It's like women. It's like people are coming. Do you get me? You wanted to serve God. Some of these men, it's like they know how to get money out of some of these women, it's like they know how to get money out of men. When now it's now a domino effect where when one person exposes, then the rest are exposing because they want to see what they can get from it. But then it's like, is that how is that how the house of God should be? Really and truly, or if you want to serve God. So when okay, let's see.
Christ. I wanted to know God. And I got there because I was first watching Lovey. I was watching Lovey.
Okay, you wanted to know God, so you went to church. Okay.
Online, and I was seeing what I thought was of God and all the things he was doing. And I was like, I want that. God, I want to do that. I want to free your people. I want to deliver your people. I want to be able to hear like they hear and see like they see.
So why didn't you? They have classes. Why didn't you go and ask? Like, what? There's opportunities to ask questions. Why didn't you ask? Like, okay, I want to be able to also prophesy. I want to deliver God's people. Yeah, I'm not saying rape, frost hair. Where are your eyebrows? My dear, if you look at your face, I'm sure you're not good looking either. I just woke up. Must everybody have eyebrows? Are you blind? Can you not see eyebrows? Eyebrows are there. Frost hair. Yeah, and huh? If what color is your hair? Comment. What's your hair color? So I can come for you, weirdo. Loser. My dear. Okay.
Ma, I don't know why David went
Loser. Find something better to do with your life. Find something better to do. Lesbian, okay. And your hair, okay, your hair is brown. Mud hair, weirdo. Oh, your hair is black. Charcoal hair. Go, huh? Idiot. About frost hair. It's blonde. What are you saying? Charcoal hair. Go away. You too. You're not loser. A hard time for what? Me, I'm chilling. I'm chilling with my babies. Hard time. My dear. I've just woken up from a nice sleep. Huh? I've just woken up from a beautiful sleep about I've had a hard time. Me, I'm cushy, mate. You people that are so pressed to come and now comment madness on people's lives, you're the losers, really and truly, because you have nothing constructive that comes out of your mouth. Weirdos. What an accent. Yeah. What an accent. Me, I have several accents. I'm very eloquent. I can speak in several accents so that different people, so that I can communicate with different people. You, you. If we ask you how many languages do you speak, clearly you probably don't even speak many languages, because for you to come here, sleep without eyebrows. You've got eyebrows. You've got eyebrows. What have they done for you? Huh? You've got. Yeah, I'm sure looks like charcoal. Oh, wow. Thank you. Even if I'm high, at least I'm sitting here smoking some good ganja. Even if I'm high, you're sober. Your life is depressive. That some of us are high, enjoying time with my kids. Yes, let me say I'm high. You are there on somebody's life, depressed, coming to spew some shit. Okay, right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then never eat noodles. Never eat noodles. Yeah, stay sober. Stay sober. Who cares? You speak 7 languages. Go and be teaching people online how to. Do you get me? Go and be teaching people online how to how to, how to speak them languages. Go and do something productive. I'm trying to have a productive conversation here. You're coming. Ima- Bro, you're blind. You're blind. Your eyes are bad if you can't see eyebrows. I have eyebrows. Weirdo. Go suck your mother. You're 10. Why are you here? If you're 10, why are you here? Exactly. Exactly. What? Because I have a gap tooth. Bro, I'm sure you've got cavities. I'm sure you got. Go and deal with the back of your teeth. I'm sure you got serious cavities. Go. So we must all look like the same and have the same teeth. Me, I like my gap tooth. I got it from my papa. Yes, I like my gap tooth. What? Yeah, go and sort out your cavities then. Go and sort out your cavities. My forehead, I know. My forehead is big. Bro, I know. Though you know what else is big? I know my forehead is big. Like, I don't know if people want to make people feel insecure for their features, for their different features. Go and suck your mom who looks like you. Go and suck your mother who looks like you, who birthed you, so that you can have the same looking babies. Huh? You're offended when somebody looks slightly different to you or has different features to you. I don't give a heck. That's not my business. Go and suck your father. The one that would. Let me not even continue. Anywho, let them type. Uh, Bro, me, I don't get offended over some dumbness. Let them type. in you think I'll stay focusing on what weirdos are posting? What? Oh, come and show your face. Come and show your face. I'm sure your wives, I'm sure your Instagram wives, if they take off their makeup and wake up in the morning, they're not gonna be looking like, huh? And I'm sure I look better than most of them. What? What? Hmm? Your wife's titties are to the floor. What are you saying? Yeah? Go and suck your wife's saggy tits. I'm sure her vagina are damper. What are you saying? Huh? Let them continue. Me, I'm not pressed. Me, I'm not pressed. Same weirdos will still come and subscribe to my channel. Why are you subscribing? Why are you subscribing? What? Mhm. Why are you subscribing? Big forehead. Oh, you think I care, bro? Let me even answer you. Like, you think I care? Big forehead. Hello. Huh? I'm sure you have zero forehead. And then, why did you subscribe to me? Why did you subscribe to me? And then you're asking me why am I making videos? Don't subscribe to me if you're so offended with what's going on. Ah, I'm making videos because it's a place where people can make videos. What? Huh? You're 16. Okay? You're 6. Bro. Okay, you didn't sub. Okay, bye then. What? Hmm? You're only 10. Why are you here then? Why are you here? Anyway, keep commenting, innit? Keep commenting. I know. I know. I don't even like being called beautiful because beautiful is vague. Beautiful is vague. Leave that to the basic hoes.
Is I went and looked for, well, I guess they call them spiritual fathers, right? I didn't grow up in churches like that, so that was new.
Police said they talked to me. Yeah. Comment. Did I say don't comment? Comment. Comment, girl. You're saying you're 10 years old. Comment. You have nothing to do this morning. Comment, Han. You're 10. What's this boyfriend thing got to do with this? Huh? Comment, Han. Do you think we're stopping you? Comment. Anywho.
And I looked up who his mentor was, and I saw that Passion Java was Lovey's spiritual father.
Okay.
And I will say 99.99% of everybody from a whole year that I spent boots on the ground with people in Kingdom Embassy and serving, almost all of us came to Kingdom Embassy under Java because we trusted that Lovey was a man of God.
Yeah.
It was very rare to run into someone and they came to Kingdom Embassy because of Java. In fact, nobody really even knows who he is. Everyone only knows him because of Lovey. I'll digress from that. Let's stay forward.
First of all, does he have to have a millions of followers about nobody knows who he is? Does he have to have a church with like 50,000 people? Does he have to go that route about not many people know who he is? He has his own flock. He has his own flock. Yeah, I smoke and then I'm smoking. You're 10 years old. You're 10 years old. You're on my live. Where there could be swearing and sexually explicit talks. You're 10 years old. Go and watch Teletubbies. Go and watch things of for your own age. Huh? You're young. In it, this girl is smoking. Bro. Go and clean your house or something. Yeah? You've never seen people that smoke? Huh? I smoked. And then I smoked. Huh? My biopic is not me. Skin. My biopic is not me. No, that's me. What? You've just seen me awake, woken up. Huh? Do you look like? Do you look like who? What? Who? Huh? Like America's Next Top Model when you wake up. I'm sure you look like a gremlin when you wake up. Huh? I'm sure you look like a gremlin when you wake up. What are you saying? I have bad habits. You're 10. You're 10 and you're on somebody's life. You're 10 and you're on somebody's life. What are you saying? Is that not a bad habit? Go and watch Star Wars. Go and watch Transformers. Play Tetris. Go and learn some skills or something. She said, what are you saying?
More to come later, I'm sure. And so I looked him up, and then I saw Java.
He doesn't have that many that people that know him anyway. You know him. You went to his church. So what are you saying?
Coming with this guy Tim Panasuk, and they were opening a church right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I knew I was supposed to go, and God was sending me to go serve. And so I went and I started serving, and within 2 months, I was already being asked to travel. So I think it was in February. I don't remember the date. It was the end of February.
Okay, so what is this lady saying on the internet?
And at that time, I was working in the green room. And so I saw everything. I heard everything. And they were in there, and Java said, hey, get...
My lungs are dying. Bro, if you know me, I have some strong lungs. You see how I don't cough? You see how I don't cough? I climb 4 sets of stairs every day and I still smoke. What are you saying? Me, yesterday we ran up the stairs. We ran up the stairs. Me? Bro, I don't know about you. I don't know about your grandfather who smoked and their lungs were bad. Okay, stop smoking. Go and watch Transformers. But stay. Stay, babes. Stay. Where did you hear me coughing? Huh? Where did you hear me coughing?
But whoa.
Bro, that's you.
Get that oil, Katie, and come over here. I'm going to
Yeah,
anoint
that's
you.
me.
Okay.
And so at that time, I didn't know anything about any of these people. And so, of course, he anointed me. He prayed over me, or what I thought he was doing was praying over me.
That's good. Your family never smoked. That's good.
That week,
For them.
I had a very horrible, lustful, disgusting dream that just makes me upset of Java coming into my dreams. And
But that's your own mind. Did he touch you? Did he try anything with you? But then the thing is gonna continue, right? Like today I had a weird sexual dream, right? about this girl on my Instagram. About this girl on my Instagram. But it's just a dream. Do you get what I mean? It's just a dream. Like, hello?
Violating me. And I was very perturbed. I was very upset. I was disgusted. And so I'm just thinking like, oh, the devil is a liar, blah, blah, blah. And this is what we do. This is what we do. Something happens and we kind of just toss it away. Especially in King.
You can, instead of tossing it away, why didn't you go to somebody like a leader in the church and say, I'm having these lustful dreams? Why didn't you go to somebody in the church and say, please, can you pray for me because I'm having these lustful dreams about the man of God sexually attacking me? Who adopted you? Who adopted you? Huh? You're all adopted or what?
Embassy. We're taught to do that. Push everything away and don't think about anything for yourself. And so, how did I get to trust them? So,
Okay.
I started spending a lot of time with Tim Panasuk. Everyone thought I was either his wife or his sister. So we were started doing everything together.
Okay, you're his age. You're his age. Like, hello? So maybe when people see you around him, they're going to be like, oh, maybe that's his wife. Or maybe, or, do you get what I mean?
Started bringing me to Zimbabwe. We started traveling to Africa and some other places, which we'll talk about in a second. And, you know, I'm with the man of God, and he's doing.
My mom disowned me. Okay, I'm an adult. Do I care? Mama, my mom comes to my house all the time. She was here 2 days ago. About my mom disowned you. Me. Some of you don't even know your mom. Some of you, do you get me? My mom still cooks me food and brings it to the house. What are you saying about my mother disowned me? Huh? You don't have boyfriend. Is that your business? Huh?
Doing all these things, and I'm thinking it's God the whole time because I'm chasing after God, and they're doing these things, so I think it's of God, and some other places, which we'll talk about in a second. And you know, I'm with the man of God, and he's doing all these things, and I'm thinking it's God the whole time because I'm chasing after God, and they're doing these things, so I think it's of God. But they would do weird things. And one of the weird things they would always do is they would always have you eat off of Prophet Passion's plate. It was so weird. But I'm like, okay, maybe it's the African culture. I don't know. Maybe that's what they do. And they would say, no, you can get the anointing and you can get what the prophets have just by eating their food.
Well, duh, it is African culture, and it's a thing of unity. Do you get what I mean? If you eat off his, not necessarily eat off his plate, but it's also African culture. If you see us all eating off the same plate, do you get what I mean? It happens in different cultures, but if you're westernized and you don't do that, you can always say, I'm not comfortable with that. Huh? You have your own choice to make. It's not everything that maybe you see these people do that you have to say yes to.
What they teach us in Kingdom Embassy. And so it's always, first of all, Java never finishes a plate of food. trust me, I've been around the world with him. I've been in green rooms. I've seen, we've been in a lot of meetings with everybody together. Those of you that know me, in Kingdom Embassy, I was there with everybody. And he would finish a plate and then he would go serve it to somebody who, what is the word? Grooming. Whoever he was grooming at the time. Now, obviously, my story's in retrospect because when I'm in it, I'm not realizing really what's going on. I'm going with the flow of things. So I'm talking also from a retrospect point of view as well. So we're constantly eating at his table, off of his plate, and all of his food. It's so weird.
Put this on the charger, please?
But they start to like make everything normal, right? And I'm very
Okay. You should be watching that if you're 10. You should be watching that. But here. Okay.
inquisitive, so I like to ask questions. And so I would start asking the men of God that are very close to Java, that are with him all the time, who I got very close with. I would ask them, like, why do we do this or why do we do that? And they never would give me an answer. They would always say things like, oh, because that's just the way it's done, or we don't question the prophet, like he is God. They would teach.
So why didn't you go straight up to the prophet and ask him, like, this is the thing where people don't really know how to honor a person. So they don't have a sense of, I can go up to the man of God and ask him questions so that I can learn why maybe he does certain things. But do you get what I mean? And this is our problem with the West, because you're looking at it from a very shallow mindset.
Us. Like, they would program us constantly because we were always together. Like, it is as if Java is God. So one time, I go to Maryland. I travel to Maryland. He's having a CCC conference. What that is it's a mentorship. Actually, it's a grooming group for single women, single mothers, or women.
Why is she talking like Shira? Why is she talking like Shira?
That don't have husbands, men who are really involved in their life, or fathers. That's really what it's for mostly. I can say a lot about that. But we were there that weekend.
Okay, he's doing these meetings where he's talking to the single mothers, because single motherhood and stuff is an epidemic in America. Maybe they need help in how to keep a man. And yes, they will have, maybe they will talk about sexual stuff, because he's teaching you maybe how to keep a man satisfied, how to keep him happy. Because in America, it's a thing where not everybody, there are people who have happy homes, but then there are people where, so he's just giving advice like, okay, how to keep your home happy, how to, when you get a next man into your life, this is a way where you learn how to keep him at home. What you get?
For that. And what he does is he says he trains up women in the prophetic, right? So we're all excited because we're chasing after God, thinking this guy's going to teach us what we're going after in our heart with the Lord. And just things started to get weird.
We have to take
So,
the
of course,
pepper
I can say
away
many,
from
many
her
things
because I
that
don't want her
place,
no on
with
the
them.
pepper.
But on my last trip, so I haven't been around Kingdom Embassy. I left 10 months ago. 10 months ago this month. And we're in March of 2005. So this was last year. I believe August is when I fully left everything. And we were, my last trip to Zimbabwe, Africa, it was when he did the big stadium, the big stadium conference where he went and Lovey came and everything, and it was a joke. But anyway, so we go there and we're there for 2 weeks to do that. And what he does is he keeps us up all night long. I'm trying to teach you guys, like, or tell you my testimony, like, because I'm about to tell you some really difficult stuff that I got myself into. The cult stuff, the horrible side, the dark, evil, wicked side that's happening to us women
Oh,
in
continue,
there.
girl.
So I want you to understand how I got there.
Okay, he keeps you up all night, but then like doing all night prayers, huh? It's not an uncommon thing. I said it. Like me as a young child, we used to grow up and stay, like we'll have times where we'll stay up all night, maybe praying, and then and then after that you'll see the women talking, having tea. Do you get what I mean? So what's wrong with you staying up all night and praying or discussing the Bible?
What's the month before May? I know, I'm being so real and raw right now. Like, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to be pretty for you. I'm like literally just trying to tell you my story. And so anyway, so we're there around May, early May. And we're there for 2 weeks and we're up all night long. You get like 2 hours of sleep. And he does this on purpose. So they make you sleep deprived. You literally can't even think. You don't want to talk to anybody. When you get those 2 hours of sleep where they let you go to your room, then you get sleep. So
These people couldn't even be in a choir because, okay, we've had to go to places like London to go and do LMM, right? For when Pastor Chris was arriving. And you wouldn't sleep. We wouldn't sleep. You'll be sitting on a chair struggling sometimes. All right? But then it's also a way to build up your body. We enjoyed that. Did y'all not enjoy that? Something in your spirit has refused. Because if you have an issue that you stayed up all night doing the work of God, then do you get what I mean? So you want him to be like at 9 o'clock, okay, we're gonna do this meeting, and then at 9 o'clock we're all gonna go to sleep. See you in the morning. See you in the morning. Just to, do you get what I mean?
doing during those other times are we're usually sitting in a crowded house.
You're a whole adult, and you're having an issue with not sleeping, with a man of God saying you can't don't sleep.
Room with Java, and basically we are worshiping him. We are giving him money. We're telling him how amazing he is, about how much we love the last thing that he taught. And he always makes you go around the room to, what did you learn from me that you really liked? Because he always loves to hear about himself. And so
Not necessarily. If I'm asking you, like, okay, I've been sitting here teaching, I also am sleep deprived because I haven't slept. And then I'm asking you, okay, from what I've taught, did you people not go to school? Okay, I've been. Okay, what is it from my message that you liked?
he says the name Jesus a whole lot, but he's only glorifies himself. And so, oh my gosh, I was just exhausted. I was tired. And on this trip, it was weird. Like never before. Now I had been with them since January, right? January, February, March, April, May. So
Girl, everybody has left you. Everybody has left you. Oh, I'm 10 and she's the one bullying me. Girl, everybody has left. Nobody's even talking to you. You're talking to yourself. But talk to yourself, innit?
4 or 5 months in, like I'm with them all the time, and now it got weirder. all of a sudden, when I was in Zimbabwe, and I had 2 assistants with me. So, and I wasn't in my own room. So they were literally with me. They saw all these texts, they saw all his calls, they saw him calling me in the morning when I'm trying to get ready and putting my makeup on from his hotel when he was doing whatever he was doing. And Jabba would text me every morning and he'd say, "Good morning, daughter. You know, how are you? You know, who are you rooming with? What are you doing?" So I'm thinking like, oh, like I'm his daughter now, I guess, which this is weird again for me because that's never been a culture for me to call that, you know.
What does the Bible say? Huh? If you're under his wing, of course he's going to call you his daughter, because prophet, father, I'm not understanding. Hello. People are looking at it from a carnal point of view for views and attention, or what? Okay, hey daughter, because I'm acquainted. You're in my church. I'm acquainted with you. My pastor used to message me at 2 in the morning and would have a chat. He'll be like, "Go to sleep. What are you still doing up?" And I'm like, I'm just up on Facebook. And he'll be like, "Why don't you go to sleep?" Do you get what I mean? The same pastor invited me to his house. And how old was I? I think I was like 17. He invited me to his house. But if I saw something wrong with him inviting me to his house, there was a time I even sat like, listen, I even sat on his bed, not his bedroom, but the next bedroom where I was gonna sleep. And then I sat in there. And then he came and sat with me in there. And then we started having conversations. Like, he was asking me, "Am I still a virgin?" And I was like, I was still a virgin, but I said no. Do you get what I mean? To see what he'll say. I said, "No, I'm not a virgin." And then he's like, "But Dawn, you need to keep yourself, if do you get me?" He was like, "No, you shouldn't be having sex at this age." But thank God I was still a virgin. So, but I was like, "Okay, what's he gonna say?" And he was like, "Why you should keep yourself, you know." But somebody will say that's weird. Why are you sitting with the pastor on a bed? But I didn't look at it from a carnal point of view. Like, I just said, okay, let him say what he's saying. It's like, then he started teaching me about marriage. He was like, "Look, I'm married to my wife." His wife wasn't even home. His wife wasn't even home. Do you get me? She was still at work. But somebody could be like, "Why are you alone with the pastor sitting on a bed?" Girl, then why are you still here? Nobody's even talking to you. You need to go. Go then. I don't know you. I don't know why you're saying got to go by like we've had a nice conversation. You're 10. If you want to learn something, stay. If you want to just chat rubbish like you've been chatting, go. The heck? And there's still people watching. Maybe they're listening for... Anyway. So, yeah. Somebody could say, "Why are you sitting with a 17-year-old on a bed?" But we were having discussions, and he was like teaching me about marriage and stuff like that. And then the next day, his wife was asleep because she'd just given birth and she'd just done a night shift. So I think it was a Saturday. So yeah, it was a Saturday. Stop it. It was a Saturday. So, is it weird? Me and him, like he then came downstairs, and then we sat for hours watching TV. Like, he was the one who actually made me watch Lord of the Rings because I never wanted to watch it. It was like, okay, let's watch Lord of the Rings. Do you get me? And yeah, we were watching Lord of the Rings and thing, and then we started watching X Factor, and he was teaching me some deep things like about men and how also they view women. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Do you get me? Which also gave me I think the wisdom that I have to deal with men. There were times where he would have conferences at the uni. And then he'll say, okay, let's take a break. And then on the break, he'll be like, okay, Dawn, come with me. You know, he'll hold my hand. He'll be like, Dawn, come with me. People could see that, but people, I think they didn't see it like, oh my God, why are they going off together? Why is he going off together with this 17-year-old? He knew my parents. My father used to come and pick us up from church. Do you get what I mean? And my father wasn't really a Christian like that. He didn't even like, do you get me? Like when they'll tell him, come to church, he'll be like, nah, I'm not coming. But he allowed his wife, who could drive, he will come and pick her up. He'll come and pick us up, take us home. Do you get what I mean? So, anyway. So, like, he would, so yeah, this pastor, he would now grab me by my hand and be like, okay, let's go for a break. Do you get me? While they gist, me and you will go to Tesco and get something to eat. And then he'll be talking to me like, I see that you've been posting this and this on your Facebook. Why are you posting like that? And I'm like, but sir, just because I'm posting like that doesn't mean I'm giving myself to man them. And then he'll shed more light on like how men view women. Do you get what I mean? So for me, it was just a way for me to learn certain things, like, and spending time with the man of God in them. It wasn't a weird thing to me because it was just like, do you get? It wasn't like a weird thing to me.
Father, Papa, weird stuff. And so he's like, I was gonna come to your room today, but you didn't answer the phone earlier when I called. And that happened every morning I was there. And I would tell my assistants, like,
because you're an adult, he's just throwing banter. He's just like, oh, I was gonna come to your room today, but you didn't answer. Hello? Yeah. If I was you, I'll just laugh it off and be like, Prophet, what do you want in my bedroom? What do you want in my room? Or you can come. The thing is, I don't understand. Like, you can invite him and be like, okay. But then if something happens, then, okay, there's cameras, no? There's cameras, there's things like that. I think the thing is that, okay, it's a culture difference, because I know if it was a Zimbabwean woman, should have either said no, like no, oh my prophet, what do you want in my bedroom? Or she would have invited him, made him a cup of tea. Do you know how many men come to my place, and then I would just make them feel special. We won't even have sex, and then they'll go about their ways, because sometimes they just want a different environment. Nothing has to happen, but it's all about your energy. You don't have to even allow him in.
he called again, like trying to like come and see me, and he would make up excuses like, oh, I wanted to borrow your necklace, or I just wanted to say good morning. And at this point, I'm still thinking like, okay, well, this is like a man of God. Like, he's not trying anything. Maybe he's sincere. Maybe he's just being kind. And so everybody on that.
What's going on with this internet?
All right, I wanted to tell y'all, if you're watching the video right now, I like.
So was that dark because he said he wanted to borrow your necklace? Couldn't you just give him the necklace, or just say, no, my necklace, I want to give it to my mom, or it's special to me? Oh my God.
To encourage you to like the video, The more people like the video, the more YouTube is going.
People will expose some things that are just like, what's this got to do with anything? If somebody, if what example can I give? Like, as I said, my pastor was calling me at 2, messaging me at 2 in the morning, telling me to go to bed. Yeah, sometimes I thought, why is he messaging me at 2? But I was like, you know what? He's awake. Do you get me? And we'll have a chat. We'll have a chat. And I'll go to sleep. But it's like, I saw it as a daddy and daughter relationship. Like, okay, maybe he's just telling me to go to bed kindly. Okay, he's asking to borrow my necklace. Pangana can afford as many necklaces. You can be like, oh, I got it from this place. Do you get me? Do you want me to show you where I got it? Yeah. It would look so nice on your wife. Let me show you where I got it. But then you people now take things and take them to the gutter. Or what?
Show it to more people, and more people are going to be able to see this. I don't know if this one is going to get taken down, so I need as many people to watch it. If perhaps it may get taken down, okay? So I want you to go right now before we continue and like the video. Let's get.
Yes, I have 2 babies who I should even be nursing, but I'll make time for them after this. I have 2 babies who are under the weather, who I should be giving my full attention to. But as I said, this will only take a couple minutes and then I'll attend to my babies. Yes.
This right now. Let's get everybody on this right now. I can kind of see the algorithm is kind of moving a little funny. So
You're saying you're 10. My son is 6 and he's busy watching cartoons because his mind is at peace, not on adult socials looking for, to start commenting rubbish. Huh?
let's all like the video, and then we're going to continue watching. And then at the end, I'm going to protection. Thank you, Lord, for your mercy. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We're at 288 likes. Let's keep liking it. Let's keep liking it. Let's get it to 400. Let's get it to 400, at least 400. And, for those that continue to, support and defend your spiritual fathers, okay, from Lovi Elias to Pastor Java to whoever else, I don't know what to tell you. What I'm going to tell you is this. This is just only the beginning of everything going on. All the bullying, all of the trying to silence people, all of that, it's not going.
But then if you people are saying you're doing the work of God, you're pushing for this thing to say this is what's going to continue happening. Okay, expose anyway. But then when you people end up in a ditch because of this exposure, what she's exposed here is nothing. It's very baseless. Do you get what I mean? If she felt offended by eating off a person's plate and saw it as cultish, I'm not trying to be mean to the lady. I'm just saying, like, there are better things that you people could be doing in the church than, but then I guess it's exposed, isn't it? Like, that's what you people want to do. But then when you also end up in a ditch because of,
To work this time in the name of Jesus. And I want to encourage each and every one of you that's watching right now to be in.
because EJ, somebody can come with your own information and say you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. And then
Prayer for everybody who is speaking up, for everybody who has come up and said something. And for the church, that God will protect those that are speaking up, and that God will rescue those that are currently bound in the chains of whatever crazy stuff is going on. And I want you to take those screenshots now. Mark every single leader at those churches, whether those that are still hanging around or those that have left, who are online defending these people. And as things progress, I want you to remember that these people will try to clean their images and join new churches or join new ministries or start new ministries and distance themselves and be quiet and not held accountable. But for every single person who is kept quiet, you have to come out and you have to explain to the public why you've kept quiet. Because you have publicly defended these people, you're going to have to publicly explain what has happened. You're going.
Okay. I'm if I'm saying I'm not saying I'm on their side, right? But I'm saying from what's happening here. This is why I'm defending and I'm explaining why my point of view is that way, right?
To have to be held accountable, or you're going to need to apologize for not protecting people. And this is not time. This is not time to be political about your responses and your answers. You have to be honest. You got to be honest. Speaking about this, and people have called me crazy, and I'm going to continue to ignore people, and I'm going to continue to do the assignments. And I don't care what happens. I believe God is my protector. God is my preservation. God is my deliverer. And in Him will I trust. I trust in God. I choose to trust in God. No matter what things look like, I choose to trust in God. No matter what the situation will look like, I choose to trust in God. We're going to continue watching now.
But
We're going to keep watching.
hey, baby.
He called again, like trying to like come and see me, and he would make up excuses like, "Oh, I wanted to borrow your necklace," or I just wanted to say good morning. And at this point, I'm still thinking like,
It could be somebody who cares about you. They're like, oh, I just wanted to borrow your necklace. Because maybe they can tell that something is uneasy around you. Like you think that all men are just trying to get in your panties. Which, yeah, I'm just checking on you. I'm just wanting to borrow your necklace. Do you people know how to have conversations? I'm like,
okay, well, this is like a man of God. Like he's not trying anything. Maybe he's sincere. Maybe he's just being kind. And so everybody on that trip, there
I
was
guess
maybe 60 of us, 60 or 70. So I have 70, what do you call that? Like people, witnesses. I have like 70 witnesses. That's all what I'm telling you right now. Every day, like when I say it was grooming to the max, but I mean, I didn't know that at the time. To me, it just looked like favor. And I was tricked because here I am praying to God because I'm in ministry. I'm wanting to grow in the prophetic. I'm wanting to grow in my relationship with God. And here it looks like, as I'm praying, give me favor with you, God, and give me favor with men. Give me favor with you, God. Give me favor with men. And now all of a sudden, it looks like I'm having all this favor with Passion Java. He's calling me, he's checking up on me, he's talking about my ministry, we're talking about business ideas because I love business, he loves business. So I'm thinking like he's being genuine and sincere. I'm not thinking anything because I've never heard the stories of him that people expose and say all these things. And I never thought that I would be one on a video like this one day. Actually, this is still surreal right now. This is really surreal. But I have to talk to my brothers and my sisters in Kingdom Embassy, and you have to know why. Because nobody called me when I disappeared from Kingdom Embassy. Nobody. All my close friends, all the ones that called me family and sister, nobody called to check on me because you believed the story that Java gave you when you know he's a liar. Kingdom Embassy Atlanta. When Tim Panasuk and Angie told you lies of why I left Kingdom Embassy Atlanta, none of you reached out to me. Nobody. If you want to know what happened, call Katie. Because Tim, Angie, which I have the text, they're liars, unfortunately, because I really did love them. And Passion's a liar. And Innocent too, which we'll get to. So we're out eating, and he would come over and he would give me his plate. It's like an honor in the Kingdom Embassy. Oh, the prophet gave you his bowl of grapes, or he gave you his leftover food, or his ice cream cone, or his last stick of gum. Just stupid stuff. It's
Rotted. Okay, so it means she doesn't believe in the anointing or what? And she doesn't believe in... You prayed for the favor. The favor came to you and you didn't take it. Do you get me? You prayed for the favor.
stupid. But people were seeing this, and they would always say, like, wow, Katie, like, the prophet really favors you. And I would be like, yeah, I don't know why. So I was on the phone with one of my people back home one day while I was in Africa, and I was like, I don't know why, like, he favors me so much. Like, no matter where we are or what we're doing, he will stop his business meeting. He will stop whatever he's doing
So you got what you prayed for then. So why are you now shook?
in Africa, and he will address me when I walk in the room. I thought that was weird, and I wasn't comfortable with that, but that was weird. And so I called him one night while we were in Africa, and I said, can we have a conversation? Like, can we have a personal conversation? And because he would talk so personal, but we never had personal time. And so I went to go meet with him, and I mean, everybody was in the room, all his people, all his social media. I won't give names. You guys know who they are if you're in Kingdom Embassy. All the people that work with him. And so I go in there and I sit down and I'm like, I just need to know, like, why are you favoring me so much? And he's like, oh, is that what you think I'm doing? Now, in his mind, obviously, he's thinking I'm grooming her because I'm about to do something horrible. But in my mind, I'm asking him why because it's so weird to me. And I'm telling him, everybody on this trip is noticing and it's just kind of weird. Like, what are you doing? And so as I was leaving, after we had talked, because he didn't really give an answer, because you don't ever really get answers in Kingdom Embassy, as I was walking away from where we were, he texted me and he said, I really wanted to ask you a question, but I don't think it's time yet. And I was like, oh, you can ask me, what's up? Like, either I'm a total, like, what? Or I'm under a total spell, or I'm in a trance, or something's going on with me, because, like, my brain is literally not working at this point. Like, literally. Like, I'm, like, dazed and confused. I don't know why I'm feeling weird. And it was that day, in retrospect, that I remember. And again, 70 witnesses. He came to me and he asked me if he could
Oh, I think the stupid comment was about this. Yeah.
borrow my golden necklace. I had a gold chain with diamonds in it. And he said, can I wear your necklace today? And he gave it back to me in front of everybody. And he tried to make it look like he bought me a necklace. But then when people started, acting crazy, some people started manifesting like hate and jealousy signals. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I just thought it was so weird. And when I got back to my hotel room and I looked at my chain, there was stuff like on the back of it that looked like blood. Now, I do believe, and I already know, obviously, that these are all false men of God, and they are heavily into witchcraft. You heard all the stories and all the exposure videos from EJ, etc.
So he did. Okay, he did something. He might have. Let's say, because you asked him, okay, why are you favoring me? Then he possibly took that necklace. Yeah, he possibly took that necklace, and let's say he did something with it because he's like, okay, maybe I'm cutting off the favor that I've been giving you.
These stories are true. I've seen it, and I've been a part of seeing some stuff with Java. I don't know if I'll say all that right now, though. So here I am. I'm very immersed. Like, I'm loving my people, my brothers and sisters that I'm with, and all of that. And so I feel like I was extremely manipulated. So Java started texting me and talking to me, and they had this whole thing, and I can explain later how it happened for him. But for me, let me stay on topic, because we're already 20 minutes in. Oh my gosh, okay. After we were in Zimbabwe, then we traveled to China.
Because certain things cannot be spoken if we're going the biblical route. Certain things cannot be... Yeah, but then, okay, if you people are coming and saying horrible things about me, she has the right to say something nice, because is it every day somebody must come and be horrible? Anywho, I was saying, this... Because you came and questioned him, right? And said, oh, why are you giving me this favor? And it's like, oh, is that what you thought it was? So he's like, okay, maybe I'm cutting off the favor. What if, do you get what I mean? Because in Zimbabwe, they do believe in, but I don't know anything about putting blood on a necklace. But maybe it was just a sign quietly to say, okay, the favor that I was giving you is ending.
It was supposed to be, well, again, this is what I was told from him, so I don't know what's true and what's not true. I'm just telling you what I was told. Someone had bought his ticket, which was one of my friends, and I love that girl. And still, it's just so sad. You lose all your family. When you're in a cult and you leave, it's like you lose everybody. It totally sucks.
So the favor ended, but he just did it quietly. The favor ended, and people just dropped off you like flies, and they didn't care for you. But you're still okay, no?
And then the pain of like still having them there sucks. And that sucks because you guys never call me to check on me or to see what happens. That sucks too. So it's like, really, what are we doing in Kingdom Embassy? That we don't even have love for one another. That we don't even check on one another. When it's just so ridiculous. And so anyway, so...
No, because maybe if you're saying he did something spiritually, then at least he's cut the people that were also, because because it's his ministry. If you're saying he did something, shows and came across your life. Just wanted to say that you have a wonderful voice. Going back to doom scrolling. Thank you.
He says that he's going to China, and then he says he's not, and then he says he is. I'm like, well,
The doom scrolling of YouTube. Oh.
back and forth in the airport. And of course, I want to go to China because I was like, oh, this is a great time. He was bringing an intimate group. He had like 11 people going. I was like, I would like to go. Like, who doesn't want to go? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, because it's not like this huge, gigantic group with all of these plans and what is it called? Like events. We didn't have like events planned. I was like, wow, we'll have a lot of time. There's a lot of subjects in prophecy and in meditation I want to learn. I want to learn about like how he's delivering people, like how he first started seeing with God and his angels and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm actually gonna have time with the prophet so that I can learn these things. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So
Okay.
we get to China and my assistant is with me, and he's traveling with 11 other people, and then I guess there were some more people that were there when we got there that he met up with. And we're in China, and this is where everything turned. This is where my whole life stopped for a minute. I'm still in the process now of therapy and coming out of and regaining everything that was lost because of this trip to China with Passion Java. And so I'm excited. We get there, and he says, while we're here on this trip, we're not allowed to talk about anything spiritual. You can't talk about anything spiritual. I don't want to talk about God. I don't want you to ask me about your dreams. This is what he's saying to everybody. I don't want you to ask me about your dreams. I don't want anything. I just want to be a normal man and a normal person on this trip. And I'm thinking in my head, like, that's not.
That's allowed. That's allowed because maybe I want to speak to you person to person or speak to. Do you get what I mean? What's wrong with that?
Why I came. Like, I thought I would have time to, like, pick his brain. Because they tell us, okay, Tim told me, that, Panasuk, that why would you not want to glean and pick the brain of a false prophet that...
Why did you not ask him, okay, prophets, I want to pick your brain on certain things? You people are playing mind games, and then when there's blood on your necklace, oh, there's blood on my necklace. You're playing a little mind game with him. Okay, if he says, okay, I just want a normal trip, this, okay, he doesn't want his brain picked, or you can ask him, can we
written over 500 books. So I'm telling my assistant, oh my gosh, we get to hang out with a man of God that has downloaded over 500 books straight from the throne room. Like, that's amazing. And then I heard, Tim told me, right, because we used to hang out, right? He's like, yeah, Java, every time he flies on an airplane to go do something, he downloads an entire book and writes it while he's on the plane. And now in retrospect, as I'm looking back, everybody is a liar. Everybody lies about everything. I have been on so many airplane rides with Java. He has never once written a book while flying, nor getting a download from God. Because he doesn't get downloads from God, the God, Jesus Christ, the Father God. No, he doesn't. Oh my gosh. And so here I am believing all of these lies. You have to know where my mind is.
So what's so dark about this? What if he does it in privately? Are you the only person he gets a flight with? Are you the only person he gets on a flight with? What if there's other flights that he takes and does that? But okay.
So here we are. And so he flies in, he gets in, and he tells me and my assistant, like, hey, I didn't bring any of my assistants with me. Like, do you think that, you and your assistant could, like, come unpack my stuff, come and help me or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, sure, that's cool. Like, I know his assistants personally. Like, I know them. I love them at this time. I mean, I still love them, but, I don't know what you guys are doing now. But I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, that makes total sense, right? So we go up there, and I go into his room, and he tells my assistant to leave the room. She had to go get something or something. And as soon as she left, he grabs me and starts to try to rip my pants off. And, like, I'm so confused. And I'm holding my pants, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And he's like, I thought you wanted me. I was like, no, I don't. What? I'm like, you're my spiritual father. Like, no. And he's like, oh, well, I thought I got mixed signals. So now he's met.
But then, exactly, I said it. You've been playing mind games with this man, and then, oh, no, 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 no. Okay. something similar happened at work, right? Something similar happened at work with this man. Like, we were chilling for ages. But he told me that he liked my friend. And I was like, but you say you like my friend. Because he was trying to take my friend on a date, like to a concert. So I was under the impression that that's who he was interested in. He went on a holiday to Zimbabwe. I don't want to mention names because if people know who he is, and I actually have respect for him. Do you get what I mean? He went on a holiday to Zimbabwe. And there was a story that his wife wasn't really cooking for him anymore because, she wasn't happy with him. Because she always used to bring packed lunch to work packed by his wife. But then there was a time where people were laughing, saying, "Oh, your wife is no longer cooking for you." So he went on a holiday to Zimbabwe, came back. We're in the office, and I know me, like, the way I talk to men, I'm quite, do you get what I mean? Like, I try to just be feminine, like, with it. So one day we're in the office, like the little office in Sycamore. I don't know, for people who have worked at where I worked. And then he tried to like do similar thing, but not pull off my pants. He was just now trying to grind on my ass. And I was like, excuse me. What are you doing? So then, he stopped, innit? But then I sent him a message saying, excuse me, because if I was to go the certain route, then he would lose his job and lose his pin or something. So I messaged him privately and I was like, what were you doing that for? And he was like, oh, sorry, I just got caught up with, do you get what I mean? Like, I think he realized his own lusts got. So he said, oh, sorry, like I made a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. And then we tried to talk after that.
With my head. I'm like, I don't know what is going on. I'm like, I'm in a happy relationship. Like, I don't know what you were ever thinking. And he tries to make it your fault. The reason why I'm telling this story is because there's so many of you women. I know you personally.
But then this is why I said boundaries also, if you don't want things like that happening, like, you can just say, okay, this necklace will look good on your wife. But then I thought you wanted me. Yo.
Never say your names publicly, but you know that I know you personally, and I know that you have been abused and used by Passion Java. And
oh my God. Yeah, hi. What exactly is this? Some drama.
I know that there's some of you in Atlanta, Georgia, that have been used and sexually abused by Tim, unfortunately. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe he made a mistake. Why is my mind, like, my mind's not even there. Spiritually later, I understand what happened. Like, my mind was such in a fog, and the witchcraft that was being done against me, it was like I really wasn't myself. And those of you that are in Kingdom Embassy Atlanta, you understand what I'm saying. And so
just say it.
So that all happens, and then I go to my room, we go to sleep. The next morning, he comes to our room, and he was like, Katie, get up. And I'm like not a morning person. And I'm like, why? And if there's something in my like spirit right now that's like something's not right here. Like something's really not right. Like it's just not right. But it's like, okay. And he's like, Katie, get up now. I need to show you something. And I don't know. It's like I didn't want to get up and I didn't want to go, but
he felt guilty. He felt guilty maybe, and he didn't know how to approach it because he doesn't want the situation to look bad. Maybe. It's my baby. Bye.
Reason, like, you're not gonna get hurt. Why would he hurt? He's your spiritual father. Like, he's been teaching you. He's paid for all your trips. Unfortunately, you guys probably don't want to know where that money comes from. That's why you guys give offering
Oh, he's been paying for all your trips.
every 10 minutes in church. You guys fund all his trips and all his luxury hotel rooms, not only for him, but also for us. You pay for our...
Okay, but you were accepting. Why didn't you question, like, why are you using tithe money to... Oh, my God. Hello?
You pay for our clothes, you pay for our shopping trips. It's really disgusting. It's really disgusting. And Tim Panasuit does the same thing in Atlanta, unfortunately.
Okay.
They raise money off of their people to pay for their exotic sin getaways. That's what they do. And so, I'm not going to go into the detail.
Exotic sin getaways. So you went there as a monitoring spirit to see what this man goes up to. Maybe he goes to teach, but then it's like, that's why they say pray for the men of God, isn't it? Yeah, the whole him giving you a plate, you now took it personally, or what? I don't get it. Like, Jesus.
Of the story. But I will tell you, and I say this for the women that I know you think you are stuck. I'm here to tell you, you are not stuck. Passion Java raped me. He raped me multiple times.
The first moment he raped you, why didn't you take it to the police? Did you take the thing to the police?
He not only used me, raped me, hurt me. I had bruises.
The moment I see blood on my necklace, I would have walked away. I would have asked him questions like, why is there blood on my necklace?
All over my body. I had so many deep bruises on my chest, but you couldn't even touch me because it hurt. I had bruises on my lips and on my face.
You were in a relationship. Why didn't you... That's the man you were with. Could you not ask him? The boundaries were not there. That's the thing. The boundaries were not there. I'm not saying this man is in the right, but I'm saying, do you have evidence? Do you have the pictures? Did you go to the police so that they can do the swabs?
Where he choked me, he slapped me in my face, and I would yell at him and tell him, don't touch me. But obviously, he is stronger than me, especially when his demons come out. Because at this point, like, I'm literally seeing the switch where Passion Java's eyes are pitch black.
You're saying this man is not a man of God. You're saying you saw all these signs. Okay, if he's just a regular man, then just treat him like that. Take the case to the police. Do the swabs. Whether you're raped in the church or out of the church. If it's sexual, whatever, against you, take it up with the law in your country. But I have to say that the boundaries were not there. Or you...
And there's this deep growling voice that's coming out of his mouth, and as he's raping me, he's telling me to shut up. And I was so dazed and confused that he literally trafficked me to China and then used me as his sex slave for 3 days while we were there.
Ooh. Okay.
Now I get back home and I tell my shepherd, my man of God, Tim Panasuit, who is supposed to be overseeing and protecting his flock.
For 3 days. But then this is where you're... Jesus. But it's the same. It's a similar situation with Gigi. Right? It's a similar situation with Gigi. You people, I don't know where the boundaries are just not adding up. And then, oh, he raped me. I'm not saying that he didn't do it, and I'm not saying you're not that you're wrong, but I'm just saying that ish.
We're like this. We're in the green room everywhere. We travel everywhere. I'm at his house every day. I'm helping him. I'm taking up his offerings.
But there are people that are doing that. If you don't consent, you can just say no. Is Panganai that powerful to take somebody down? I mean, maybe, yes. But it's like the moment if you really sense danger, you just get yourself out away from there.
And I go to him and I tell him, your father raped me. And he abused me. And he hurt me. And you know what he said?
Wait, but there was a time where you saw blood on your necklace, right? From that day, you should have just marked him and said, this man is not, I'm staying away. But I said it. Because it ends up looking like it's just mind games that you people are playing. Why is he trying to come into my room? Now I want to go and question him about why didn't you ask him? Like, okay, this is the perfect time for me to ask you some questions about the prophetic or the meditations. He just said, okay, I just want to be a normal person on this thing. Okay. So the normal person said, okay, today I'm going to deal with you, and he raped you. My dear. Okay, she's crying.
He said, well, what are you going to do about it, Katie? Because I hope you're not going to tell anybody. Because I don't know what people are going to think of me. And what they're going to think of Java if you come out and tell people. Like, Shepard, I just told you what he did to me. And this is what he said.
Hans, I hope you're not going to tell anybody because of what they're going to think of me. Okay, now you've told your story, which we asked, expose.
Now we're at the coffee shop, and this is what Tim tells me. He said he had like this million-mile stare on his face. And I looked at him, I'm like, what are you thinking? He said, I'm just trying to think. Has Java ever been alone with my wife? He said, because Java does a lot of stuff. Tim said, last year I've been with Java over 200 days out of the year traveling the world. And I've seen him do so many questionable things that I knew wasn't right, but I kept my head down. So I get it now. Okay. So you men of God and women of God at Kingdom Embassy, you keep your head down when you know Java is hurting people.
Because sometimes the people themselves have to speak for themselves. You have your own mouth. They are just doing protocol and doing the work of God in the ministry. If the man of God is doing something terrible, he himself will end up being accountable for himself, no? It's not a place where we may also, but prophet, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Maybe they just kept their head down to say, I'm living my own life. I have my own wife. I have my own family to focus on. Do you get me? So this is you versus Panganai. This is you versus Prophet Passion. If let's say you're saying he raped you. 70 whole 8 minutes. I even want my vape, darling. I even want my vape to smoke, honestly, because this is... Baby, can you get me my vape, please? Don't worry, I'll look after you. I'm not being rude. I just... She's sucking on me for comfort. I'm not going to sit there and be like, baby, you can put your head in the camera. Come on now. There are pictures of my kids on my Instagram, if you're really that nosy.
I don't know why I'm hungry.
You could have a beep thingy, but I'll make breakfast in a minute. It's only 9 o'clock. Don't worry, babe. Then we'll go get fruit after, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
After that, obviously, I forgot about Kleenex. After that, so I go home.
The thing is, I feel bad for you women. I feel bad for you women because, okay, you're crying on camera about these things. But then I also wonder, like, this is where it says, if you want to protect your peace, have boundaries. That's why he said, has Passion ever been somewhere intimate with my wife? It's kind of a dig at you, like, oh.
Full of beans. Like, like, I am not myself. I'm not talking myself. I have a teaching ministry. I'm not teaching myself like who I am and like what I believe. Like, I'm teaching occultish stuff. I'm saying horrible stuff. I'm hurting people. And like, I could see myself doing it, but it's like I couldn't stop myself. It was the weirdest thing. It was like I'm out of my body and like I really wasn't in it, but it was taken over by another entity, which later obviously I found out it was. And so
You people are dibbling and dabbling with some things that you shouldn't be, because your mind is not in the correct place. Maybe I'm not saying that you're but I'm saying that sometimes you as a person have to get your mind right.
I came back, and after that I go to Maryland. And I go to Maryland.
These are the things that you should be discussing with the prophet. Since you were so close, you could be like, prophets, there's something that I'm not happy with. Why are you spending the money that you're given on buying designer, this and that, to fund your lavish lifestyle? I'm sorry, I don't want to be involved in that. But you continued going on these excursions. You continued going on these trips. And then now you're saying, oh, but this is where he's spending your money. We've all known it because, hello, he posts online wearing the Guccialdos and the what. But how much is Gucci really? £600? People are giving him thousands and thousands. £600 for a Gucci sweater. I mean, it all adds up, but he's always had money. He's always had money. Hello, he's done a whole mansion thing. He's always had money, and I think he has multiple streams of income. He has multiple streams of income because he also does music in Africa, right? So he can manage to pay for. But if you were against it, you would just say, prophet, if you are that close to him, you'd be bold enough to say, prophet, why are you spending the tithe money on Guccialdo? The same
like a week or two after this trip. Maybe it was like the week of. I don't even remember. And like, again, I'm out of my mind. And to me, I was like, oh my gosh, like I just cheated on my fiance. At that time, it was my fiance, now my husband. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm thinking it's my fault. And if you've ever been sexually hurt or sexually abused, or
I've just cheated on my fiance.
Like it's the weirdest thing. Like you think it's your fault.
You reported
now,
me
in retrospect, that sounds so stupid to me. But at that time, I thought it was. So I kept this actually a secret even from my fiance.
Okay.
Or anybody. I told nobody for a month and a half. It wasn't until, this is how I found out what actually happened and where things started to heal for me.
You're 10 years...
this guy who was a counselor...
You're saying you're 10 years old. I should even report you. The heck? You're 10 years old and you've been on my live spewing what? I just left you do it. And then now you're saying you're reporting me. Did I say anything to you? What? Go.
Because I was a chaplain for first responders. So for police, fire, and 911. So I understand the signs of stress and abuse and things. And I was experiencing those. And so I called this guy who was a counselor and he said, Katie, did you ever think maybe like you were sexually abused or you were raped? And I said, no, I never considered that was rape. He said, but you just told
You're
me the story.
asking me, you're terrorizing me to show my daughter's face. Are you all right?
Everything. He said, everything he did, everything I said, everything I did. And he said to me, he said, if you went to the police right now and you told them what happened to you, they would say you were raped. Because I said, no, I want no part of it. I screamed no the entire time, every time. I mean, why would you have to abuse me and hit me? Because I didn't want it. I digress because I'm going to get very upset about that right now.
Because I didn't want it. I didn't want it, but I kept going. I didn't want it, but... Oh, I cheated on my fiance. Now my husband. Okay.
This is not easy for me. I really hope that my story helps the women that I know and the women that I don't know in Kingdom Embassy. This story is for you. So we get back, and I'm in Java's office. I think Lovey was there, Innocent was there, and then my people, my 2 assistants, my daughter. Then I had another person there, and the whole time Java's like, "Hey, I need to borrow your assistant and your daughter." He again was tricking me. He was like, "I'm gonna train them up to be better assistants for you. We're just gonna go away for 3 days. I think it was Maggie's daughter's conference or something." He said, "We're just gonna go to the conference and we're gonna come right back." Everybody knows that Java does not go on a trip and then just come right back, but I believe him. He ended up keeping them for like 3 weeks. That's a whole other story. I can explain later. So the whole time he keeps asking me in front of everybody, like, "Let me take your daughter and assistant. Let me take your daughter and assistant." This is after what happened to me in China. This is really hard to say. And I said, no. And they would say, like, "Well, why can't we go? Why can't we go?" And I'm like, "No, you cannot go." Because I hadn't told anyone at this time. And at this time, I didn't know that I was raped. I just thought, like, something really bad happened. Again, I was out of my mind. And those that know what I'm saying. And so Innocent, here he comes, not Innocent, calls me over and he's like, "Hey, Katie," he's like, "I hear you keep telling Java no every time he wants to take your assistant and your daughter, who's underage, by the way, to go to California." He said, "He's just testing you." Oh my God, I am so sick.
Yeah, he's just testing you. Duh. He is just testing you. So that you know, can you say no? Now can you say no? He's trying to see now. Can you build the boundaries? There you go.
Of Kingdom Embassy, and Java and Tim and everybody, they play this stupid manipulative witchcraft game that they always say, "Oh, we're just testing you. He's just testing you. Oh, give him what he..."
You're there. Nobody's watching. You are there. You've been there since 00:00 to 86 minutes. About there's nobody watching. Get you deserve a slap, young girl. Are you a girl? You
wants. He's just testing you. That is bullcrap, and that is cult. Kingdom MC people, that is cult. That is manipulation and grooming at the highest degree. We missed it.
He's testing you. Hello, but then your own is mind manipulation. Because at the end of the day, now you're able to say no. Before, when he was asking for your necklace, you couldn't say no. Now, because he's entered your nyash, oh no. It's just, huh?
And so he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you my platform, and I'm gonna give you this and that." And honestly, I don't care about all that stuff. They tried to make it like I wanted power and money and I was jealous and all this stuff. Dude, I already had a ministry. In fact, the reason why Kingdom Embassy Atlanta got filled up in the beginning...
You had a ministry. So why didn't you focus on the ministry and say, "You know what? I'm gonna just go and learn the prophetic and the what was so that I can impact my ministry." So that I can impact my ministry. But no, you went there.
Beginning is because I brought all my people. That's actually how they noticed me. Because I was bringing so many people. It was filling up half of the church.
Do you think these men really care because you're now filling up the church? They have other people who can also fill up the church.
So I had already traveled the world. I'd already preached internationally. So I wasn't trying to gain power. I wasn't trying to gain some type of riches or things from him. I didn't care about all of that. I was trying to chase after God to learn more about the prophetic so I could serve the Lord.
So why didn't you go with that agenda and say, "Look, prophet, you're trying to get close to me. Me, I want to learn about the prophetic to impact my ministry."
I found a cult, and I found men who claimed to be men of God who were not. Trust me, I have suffered my consequences. Trust me.
Okay.
And I have to say, and I want to publicly,
The garlic
to
is
the ends of
working.
the earth, I want to publicly repent for all of my involvement with Kingdom Embassy. I want to repent publicly.
Imagine my daughter watching this, even if she does. So she's hearing me. She's hearing her mom talking. Huh? Yeah, my daughter knows. My daughter knows boundaries. She ain't just gonna go and do. What?
For
What are you
all
saying?
of the evil, wicked, dark nonsense that I had learned and been manipulated to believe, I renounce all that. I cut off everything from my life that pertains to anything Kingdom Embassy or its teachings. They are false. The people are
The people are false, but you're still wanting the people to reach out to you. How are you? How are you? It's seeming it's like it's all about me type of thing. Or they didn't even check up on me. They didn't even... Do you get me?
false. I want nothing to do with it at all. Nothing. So I repent. I am sorry. I am sorry to the people in my ministry that I brought to Kingdom Embassy. I'm sorry for anybody who has hurt or learned false things because they believed in me and they trusted me as their teacher and their guide. I am sorry. I am sorry also to my assistant who was also raped by Java.
Who authorized you to be on my live? I'm talking to a 10-year-old. You're on my live. Where's your parents to watch what you're watching? Huh? If you're 10.
Sorry to my assistant who also was told to get an abortion because God was okay with it and that God would not be mad at her. And he made it okay. And Trinity, poor Trinity, I am so sorry that when you opened up and you told my daughter your story, that we could not rescue you. Trinity, it was our heart to try to rescue it.
Okay, you could not rescue her. Why? You could not rescue her. Why? You also put your head down and just said, it is what it is.
Help you. I'm sorry that the people at Revelation Church and Lovey, who knows that you have been raped, that you have been impregnated, and that you had an abortion at the hands of Java in his own home when you lived there because your mom allowed you to live with that evil man. I'm not blaming anybody.
My way. My way.
I'm just saying, I am so sorry. Trinity, I know you were best friends with my daughter, and she loves you very much.
So you as a mother, right? So you slept with the same man that Trinity slept with, and then you're all claiming that you all got sexually assaulted by this man. But why are you... Okay, those are the things that you should be teaching your daughters to say, okay, when you go to this man's house, make sure you know, you're going there for this and this and this, nothing else. If he tries anything, his wife is there, no? It's just, the math is not really mathing.
And I just want you to know that if nobody else will have you, if nobody else will believe in you or believe your story because Java is trying to tell everyone that you're crazy and that your mom's crazy, you will always have a place with us. And that goes for all my friends.
My kids, do you hear my kids crying? Do you hear my children screaming? No, they're playing together. They're doing whatever they're doing over there. They're not asking for my attention. They're not asking for my attention. 86 minutes, is 2 hours. Then I'll go and do whatever I have to do. I've promised my kids that they're going to have a lovely day. The sun is out. Hallelujah. The sun is out. We will go and have a lovely time in the sun with my babies. I'm sure they can spare 2 hours for mom to vent online. And after that, cater to them. Huh? While you as a 10-year-old, you're on a whole grown adult's life. Take some notes, learn, or if you want to come and be spewing about there's nobody watching, but you are still there.
Friends in Kingdom Embassy, if you need help, if you want to start your healing process and just have the strength to come out, you can do it because God is bigger and he is stronger and he wants you to fulfill your destiny and you don't need a man of God.
When you should have thought about fulfilling your own destiny. You have your own ministry, right? To do God's work. So why weren't you focused on that? It's not making sense.
especially a false man of God. For any anointing,
A false man of God. Why didn't you go? You have your own ministry. Why didn't you go and say, I see the work you're doing. I want the anointing so that I can impact my ministry. But you're focusing on, I'm bringing so many people to you. Okay, he said at attenda. Okay, more guchaudos for me. What?
for any of his prophecies, for any of his demons, you don't need him or them. Kingdom Embassy is a cult, and I am publicly saying it, and I am publicly repenting and asking forgiveness from every person that I have personally hurt, taught, or brought into Kingdom Embassy. Yes, God is sufficient. God is sufficient. They should have called it Gaslight Embassy, because they know what they're doing.
So you didn't know what you were doing?
Moms are being paid hush money. People are being paid everywhere for everything. He pays for everything.
Okay.
Your tithes and offerings. So here we are.
But then they're accepting it. If they're accepting it, maybe they just don't care. Or maybe they're just like, it is what it is. If people are selling their kids to this man of God for some cash, ew. No smoking around the kids. Bro, your household is your household. My household, I do whatever the fuck I want. Do you hear my kids rolling on the floor saying that they're dying because mommy's vaping? No. Exactly. So move.
So that this man can promise you riches and glory and to know the things that God taught him that he'll teach you. But let me ask you, sisters and brothers at Kingdom Embassy, how much richer have you gotten since hanging out with Passion Java? Atlanta, how much richer have you gotten? You don't, because you're the...
We should be asking you. Yes, they caught it in school. The cough, they caught it in school. Have you never had a cough in your life? Have you never had a cough in your life? Have you never sneezed in your life? Though you live in a household where they don't smoke?
Paycheck. Every time you show up for a live, you're their paycheck. Do you know they go live every day just to collect money? For their new houses, for their new cars.
Is that the only reason they go on live? Or it's your mindset that you think that these people are just going on live to... How many houses has he got? Do you think he cares about all the houses? Okay.
I know how it works. And I publicly repent for all the times that I did tithes and offerings in Atlanta, Georgia. For Tim Panasuk.
Worry about yourself and your future, honey.
And the type of money that we needed in. And I was a part of their plan. I was a so I publicly repent.
You're a 10-year-old and you're coming for a grown adult on what they're doing. Worry about your own household. Worry about what's going on in your own household.
And I am sorry for also being just like them. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. And I'm also repenting for sending my daughter and my assistant to California. That's how she met Trinity. That's how they became best friends. Is how all this started, of me knowing it. At that time, I didn't know. My mind was so gone. I was so lost. Guys, I'll tell more about my story of my process of healing.
Okay, honey.
I had so...
Do you know my kids' health? Do you know, have you got extensive thingy about my kids' health? Huh? Me, when I didn't smoke, my son was born prematurely, right? At 6 months, and I didn't smoke. He was on oxygen. The boy is not even on oxygen right now, right? And he's bouncing. Huh? What about my son's health? Huh? I'm being a bad mom. Your mom is a good mom. Go and bake cakes with your mom. Go and cook with your mom. Huh? They ain't helping me. They ain't helping me. They ain't helping me because they don't know how I run my household. What?
So many demons. So many. I was like literally crazy.
I know your mom is nice, unlike me. Okay, why don't you go and sit with mommy and have sweet, nice conversations with mommy?
To this, I had to learn how to think again. All my neural pathways in like 75% of my brain were completely
If I do, is it your own? If I do, is it your own? Huh? Hmm?
screwed up. I had to learn how to form sentences again. I have suffered many consequences. And I have to take
Girl.
responsibility for what I have done. I have to take responsibility for the really stupid decisions that I did make because I made them. I have to take responsibility for the lies that I taught, the satanic lies that I taught my people. I'm held accountable for that, and I take full responsibility for all
Okay.
of the stupid.
You think that the attitude isn't good. You think that the attitude isn't good. Honey, I'm not concerned about what you think. I'm really not concerned about what you think. Me, I know. Me, I know
Stupid
that my attitude, if it offends you, keep stay there. Stay there.
decisions that I have made. So if you're listening and you were one of the ones that were hurt because of me personally,
Me, I take my kids to the doctors and they're like, oh, your kids are fine. Your kids' health is fine. My attitude stinks. Yes, it's it's like a skunk. Yes, it's to repel. It's to repel people like you. What?
I am sorry. Please forgive me.
My attitude stinks. What? So you think I should be nice like your mom? Your mom is over there. You're distracting me.
My name is Katie, and this is my story of how I was used and abused, manipulated, hurt, physically hit, and raped by the hands of Passion Java and the workings of Kingdom Embassy. Pray for me. Pray for all the people that justice is served and that this stops now. When you guys hear these exposing videos of these people, it's true. It's true. Never thought it would be me. Never thought it.
It's unhealthy for you. I told you. Do you hear me? Breathless because I'm smoking? No. Worry about yourself. Worry about you. Huh? Okay.
Man, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm very tired. I'm not strong, man. I'm tired. I'm very tired. I don't know how to feel.
But then, EJ, you've also committed a spiritual abortion on another woman. Ah.
No, I don't understand the emotions that I feel. I don't know, man.
I'll do as I please. If I feel to take them out, if I feel to stay in. Do you get me? Huh?
We have work to do. We have a lot of work to do.
For 2 hours. For 2 hours. You don't have a TV in your house.
Let's stop now.
You don't have a TV in your house. They're not even on TV. They're on their tablets so that I can come on live and and discuss what I want to discuss. Do you get what I mean? And then I said, I will do as I please in my own household. You don't know me. You don't know me, right? You don't know me. I don't care what you mean. I don't care what you mean. Look, TV is babysitting. No, my kid is here. My baby is here. The fuck? They've been in school all week, so they can't watch TV. My son hasn't even watched the TV. When was the last time we watched TV, in fact? We didn't even watch. Yesterday, we were busy having a nice discussion on the sofa. And he said it. He's like, look. Yeah. We sat on the sofa cuddling in the nice warm living room with our blankets. Having a good conversation. Okay, and they'll even yell at you if they had the energy. They'll even yell at you because they'll be like, you're coming for my mom. Bro. Yes. Yet you're still here 100 minutes. Yet you're still here for the same bad attitude. You are still here for it. If it really disgusted you, you would have removed yourself and said, I can't. No. They don't have the energy for you. They don't have the energy for you. My son is here. My son is here. You've never been sick. You've never been sick. Simple, tender, loving care. They will receive. They receive. Yeah. Tender, loving care will be sitting there, cuddling. Not even worried about television. Okay, you as a 10-year-old, you are here. You are here. Okay. You think I will change myself for you? You think, look, people have left, yet you're still here because you want to see my children's faces. That's why you're reporting me, because I didn't show my children's faces. Bro, move. And my son makes videos as well. My son makes videos. He talks to the phone. He makes videos and he's very good at it. He said, Mommy, I'm gonna help you edit your vlogs. And I said, good, you can have my MacBook. I was like, yes, you can have my MacBook. So, but yesterday I was like, you know what? We're not gonna use the MacBook today so that we can spend time. I've given him my MacBook so he can edit his videos, help me with my videos. So what are you saying? He talks to the phone too. You should see him doing his little dances on his TikTok. The fuck?
Someone earlier today, a couple people actually, and man, I feel angry,
Okay.
I feel like I've been through these emotions already, and I'm thinking about it again, like, man,
And you don't have a life.
we gave hundreds of thousands of dollars to fund a rapist, to give to what we thought was God, to what we thought Jesus wasn't there, and then when we would see the signs.
EJ, you think your own money that you've given, you think it's something. This man has multiple streams of income. Do you get? This man has multiple streams of income. He does music, no? He does other things, no? He's had money before, no? You were helping and assisting now because because one girl who's heartbroken from her relationship came to expose, you are now doing the same thing. It's a domino effect. But what are you really exposing?
Godliness and righteousness. learn from those things and be told that we have to cover. But at some point, the weakness is it's no longer weakness, it's wickedness. And how long do you have to?
Yes. Yes. Let the dads work. As you said, while the dads are working. Yes. While the dads are working. Me, I'm taking the kids. I'm, looking after the kids. What? What? What's your own father doing? What does your own father do? Huh? Huh? Uh-huh. You are here on my live adding comments. Attitude is stinking. Yes. That's good for your mother. That's why probably your mother is in stress. Your mother don't even have time to watch what you're doing. That you're busy commenting on an adult's thingy. Yes. Your mother would never sit and be... I'm resting. Do you know what I've been up to all week? It's a weekend. I can rest my feet. Must I follow the example of your mother? Huh? Must I follow the example of your mother? If I come and I'll say your mother did a terrible job, but I don't care. I don't know your mother.
Cover the wickedness for? How long?
About you're just... Me, I had a nice, beautiful bath with my kids yesterday. Tucked them in bed nicely. Tucked them in bed nicely. Even my son was like, today I want to sleep on the sofa. And I was like, cool, babes. Let's sleep on the sofa. And gist. And talk. 30 minutes later, he was snoring. After school. After a nice bubble bath. Okay. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, post a picture of your mom. Let's see your mom. Let's see your mom. Me, fat? Bro, let's see the picture of your mother. Post your mom. Post your mom. The fuck?
The wickedness for? And you got people now who are, I already told you what Lily was going to do before.
My cheeks. Do my cheeks even look fat to you? Huh?
And that he was going to use that to keep his people engaged so that they wouldn't come out of his spell.
I don't want to see your mom. I don't care for your mom. I don't care for your mom. Do you get me?
And he is doing a fasting and prayer. And that's how he keeps people engaged. And they use the same tactics. It's all part of their damage control. They've done these things for so long and they've gotten away with them.
Anyway, you've heard my commentary on this part one of this lady's whatever. Bro, I just said post your mom so we see what she looks like. How can you post a picture on live? You can't. So meaning I don't care. I don't care. The fuck? Go and do some nice things with your mom. Instead, my kids don't care because their mom is here. Their mom... You think my kids will be on somebody's live commenting rubbish? No. They'll be busy doing productive things. They came to me. They came at me from the moment this live started. They came at me. Do you get me? At the moment I opened this live, they came for me. I said, okay. So I should just be like, oh, no. And just, how's somebody coming calling me big forehead, big this, no eyebrows? I said, okay. If you're coming on my live being like that, it's... What? Okay. Right. Continue though. Continue. Continue. Yeah, I don't know you from Adam. I'm not related to you. So you don't have the authority to come and tell me stop doing this, stop doing that. You're not my doctor. You're not my therapist. You're not my do you get me? You're just a person on my life. You're 10 on somebody's life. You're 10 years old instead of playing Roblox. Instead of going to play Roblox. Stay there. Stay there. You've been on my life since. Stay there. Since you're glued to my life. Huh? Some people are doom screening, doom scrolling. You are there, stuck like one You've been saying that since. You've been saying that since. Continue. 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 In fact, report it to the police that she smokes in front of her kids or something. Warning me. Warning me. Who are you to warn me? Who are you to warn me? Huh? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you have a lovely one. My pleasure. Right. Right. Since you're so concerned, go and you should follow that as a career. So that you worry about the people in your neighborhood. Right. Right. Write it. Write it. We'll see where that takes you. Write it. Write it. Write it. You think YouTube is my livelihood? You think YouTube is my livelihood that I must sit there and be like, oh my God, YouTube. Write it. Even if they take my channel down, there's other things that some of us are doing. My dear, YouTube is not my livelihood that I must sit there and be like, oh my God, they're going to take my channel because the one small vape like that. Right. Right. Start now. Go and get pen and paper. Go and get pen and paper. Go on your laptop and go and start writing. I'm telling you, I'm commanding you, go and do it. Go and do it. Right. You think I live off YouTube? You think I will sit there and be like, YouTube will take my channel and be like, oh, they took my channel. My kids know me. My kids know me. The fuck? My kids know me. Huh? They even act worse. They'll even come and out. My son is just quiet today because he's minding his business. If my son was to come and start coming for you, if my son was to start coming for you, go and write. Write. I'll even tell you how to start it. so that you get the result that you want. Huh? What? You want this YouTube channel to be banned? And then, oh, happy days, I've gotten a channel banned. Woo! And then, why? Where are you from? Where are you from? People like to destroy happy families. Me, I'm busy cuddling with my children. Look, my baby is here cuddling with mommy. But okay, and then okay, and then what? Oh, do you know what? I'm leaving.